Why, hello there, my Tanukers. The idea today is to beat Shenmue 1. I'm pretty sure I'm close to the end. And even if not, I'm willing to make it an extra long stream to beat it today, because I really want to. When you're this close to the end, you can almost taste it. Want to see if he can actually catch Lan Di before he goes to China. But of course, Lan Di isn't going to die, because then there wouldn't be a Shenmue 2, presumably. So as this starts up, let me post the notifications. And I've been thinking, I'm not sure if I'm going to, this isn't necessarily relevant to right now, but I've been debating if I should do Shenmue 2 and 3 as a YouTube exclusive thing, or if I should stream it. And also, something that's even more likely is that for Mega Man X5 to 8, that's a lot of games to get through before the Zero Collection comes out. So I'm thinking about playing those off stream, not even recording them, but just playing them on my own time. Except for X7, because Mega Man X7 is notoriously the worst Mega Man game ever. And so I'm thinking that'll be another Devil May Cry 2 situation, in which case I would want to actually stream that, so that way it'll be much more bearable playing through it if I can make fun of it with chat. So I might want to change that X5 to 8 to X7. So I would play X5 and X6 on my own time, then stream X7, and then play X8 on my own time as well. Anyways, I forgot to post the notifications. I said I was going to. Let me do it. Let's beat Shenmue! Exclamation point, parentheses, question mark, close parentheses. Okay. Audio test, begin! 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Audio test, begin! 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Sounds good. Continue. Which was the latest save? I think I made a new one. January 3rd. Well, both of these are January 3rd. Wait, is that an in-game date? No, it's not. It's definitely not 2020 in-game. 3:01. But the time, I'm pretty sure, is the in-game time of day. Oh, no, on the left. Okay, so on the left, it's time of day. On the right, I'm pretty sure it's in-game time? Have I spent that many hours in the game already? Wow. 20:05. So this would be the newer one, presumably. Or I can just look at the day. December 21st. Yeah, okay. So, even though I was expecting to be done with the forklift driving, I think we have to do it once more. So let's get that done. Sleep. So it's actually a good thing that Rio did not get his ticket to Hong Kong, because he was under the impression that Lan Di was already there, but he is in fact not.
Gotta get going.
Whoops. I already cracked my knuckles before the stream. Lan Di is still in the harbor. Find out more about the trade. Yeah, so I was asking people, do you know about some trade going on between the Mad Angels and the Chi-Yo-Men? And no one was that helpful. But we are still progressing the story, so I'm definitely not stuck. Okay, I think the only two spots we need now are 3 and last. Yeah, 3rd place and last place. So let's shoot for 3rd. If we can't get 3rd, let's just purposely lag behind and get 5th. Because we're going for all the places so we can get the whole collection of prizes.
Ready? Go!
Okay, third. Are you kidding me? I'm actually stuck. Might have to wind up going for last. He actually pushed me there. A helpful push. Oh crap, I'm in second. I need to actually let the guy... Okay, I'm just going to let him pass me when I get... right before I finish the race. No need to let go of it right now. Right. Okay. Is that the last lap? No. Opening the stream with some quality content, I see. I'm not sure how I feel about this part of the game, because this is quite literally recycled content, so it's probably the literal definition of padding. But on the other hand, this is to give you more chances to practice so you can get first if you haven't gotten first already. But I have. It's just really hard to evaluate this game. It's weird that you get a prize for each place. I guess that's what makes it padding. Oh, I need to let him get in front of me.
Finish!
If there was only one prize, and that being the prize you get in first place, then it wouldn't incentivize you to do what I'm doing here.
You almost had it.
Ooh, almost had it. That's what I'm trying to do.
Thanks. It's time for work. Let's get cracking.
Cracking. Oh boy. Back to the grind. This is my life.
Gotcha. Take this cargo to warehouse number 18. Here's the map.
I can't believe they're making me do more of
No
this.
problem. This one's a bit further, so don't get lost.
Oh boy. I know where 18 is, but where am I starting? We deliver stuff to 18 a lot. I'm at 15. Okay. 15's kind of by where 17 is, right? Yeah. Let's get this over with. What's the quota? 8? Okay. This has to be the last day, right? I thought the last one was. I was hoping to get all the forklift driving stuff done in one stream. So much for that. Am I going the right way? Yeah. Hey, get out of my way. So narrow, I can't see what's coming around the corner either. There it is. I'm talking to that old guy again to see if he knows something about a deal. I think I've talked to him already, but maybe talking to him today is different. Because I don't think they want you to trigger a whole bunch of events in one day. That would be weird. There has to be a limit to how many events you can trigger in one day, because the story's supposed to take place over the span of a few days, obviously. Oh wow, it is far. You know what? I guess the grass is always greener. Because when I'm playing high-intensity games that demand all my attention, like Soul Calibur, it always feels like it's hard to keep up with the chat. And then when I'm playing something low-intensity like this, it makes me feel like it's not as engaging, but on the other hand, I get to read chat. Much more easily. Not that I would ever ignore them, of course. How the heck are they expecting me to get through this? This is not a healthy workplace environment. Can I ram him so that way he disappears? Back up. Fine, fine. He's making it impossible for me to get through. There.
Gotta place these in the lines.
I know. I'm really curious if Shenmue 2 has a segment like this. Not necessarily forklifts per se, but some sort of component that takes a big chunk of the latter half of the game, which gameplay-wise is pretty separate from the rest of the game. Because it's really unusual to have a game with fighting game mechanics and driving mechanics. The only thing I can think of is Sleeping Dogs, but that's more of a GTA-style game. Rio's getting all these raises. He's going to have to randomly quit one day when he chases Londi to Hong Kong. What a shame. He's about to become the manager here. I don't think they're called managers, though. Almost half the quota. I wonder how early in the stages of development of this game they decided to have forklift driving such a big part of the game. Because considering the original pitch of the game was to have a Virtua Fighter RPG, I'm pretty confident in saying that the forklift driving was not in an early concept. At least not initial concept. They probably had a general outline for the story where they would chase your father's killer to a harbor, maybe if he's trying to go to Hong Kong. And that's probably where they started thinking about, what would you do to spend your time there? But what if he got a day job of doing something at the harbor, and then during his break and when he's off, he can ask around. That's probably where they thought, okay, what are some harbor jobs? I can only theorize here. We have half the quota now, by the way, which means the lunch break should probably happen as I am moving this box here. I better hurry with this one, I forgot, because if it's lunch break as I'm moving this, even if I get right in front of it, it's going to make me lose it. As expected. Oh yeah, I haven't spoken to Goro yet. I need to ask him. It's starting to reuse that cutscene though.
Mark.
Hey, Dio.
What's up?
Hey, man. You got a girl?
Huh? I don't really have time for stuff like that.
Well, you at least got your eye on someone, right?
Mark, I'm...
Dio, I don't know what you plan on getting out of life, but I'll tell you, it sure is a great thing to have yourself a woman.
Mark.
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 You should go on a date once in a while.
Is Mark asking me out?
I know what you're getting at, but I wouldn't want someone important to me to get involved in my problems.
Dio, you're a...
What? Say it.
But, Mark.
Don't get so obsessed, Dio. Don't go acting crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so he's obviously not asking him about the trade. Goro, where are you? There he is.
Goro.
Yo, bro!
What's up?
On patrol, brother! Patrol! Seeing if those nasty bad thugs...
Hello there, Oracle. Oi.
You seem especially happy.
I'm planning on beating the game today.
Speak for yourself! How's work coming?
I'm managing.
Managing.
Hang in there, bro!
Sure, thanks. See you around.
You bet, bro! If something comes up, be sure to call on old Goro anytime! Goro of the Harbor will be more than happy to put his life on the line for you, bro!
Yeah? See you.
Yeah.
You bet, bro!
Is he not going to ask about the deal?
See you around.
You bet. If some trust me.
Yeah? See you.
You bet.
Who else can I ask? Talk to Goro. Oh, yeah, the old guy. Don't remember if I've talked to him yet, though, since updating the story to this point. I really want to mitigate the amount of forklift driving I have to do here, so I don't want to miss anything I'm supposed to do during these days. Wait, I could talk to Tom. I could talk to Tom too.
Yeah? What is it, youngin'?
About the Mad Angels?
I heard a rumor that you're still looking for them.
Yes, I am. I heard that they are planning some deal. Do you know about it?
The deal? I did hear something about some large-scale deal happening soon.
Okay.
Have you heard anything else?
Well, I don't know none of the details.
Alright.
Yeah, I talked to him already.
Tom,
Hi, Dio.
I want to ask you about the Mad Angels. Do you know anything about some deal they're making?
No, man. The Mad Angels are very dangerous.
I need to find out about them no matter what.
Does it have something to do with your father?
Sure. If you know anything about that deal they're making...
Who else can I ask?
Sorry, I have no idea. I swear, man.
I believe you. Can't talk to Master Chin. Well, if I'm right here, I might as well try it. See if I can ask this guard.
I need to... What's
Nope.
your name? Dio, As far... I'm afraid
I could go back to Warehouse 17 and look at the door, but that's probably not going to do anything since I'm literally supposed to just find out more about the trade. If there's ever a prompt to talk to people, that's it.
What is it?
You didn't say it, Rio. No one in the tomato store or the cafeteria is ever helpful.
Excuse me.
What's that?
Do you know anything about some deal the Mad Angels are making?
The Mad Angels? You're spying on them, aren't you? That's dangerous, not to mention
The voice coming out of that guy's
I
mouth
thought
does
about
not
it.
match the character. Part of me kind of wants to look this part up just so I can avoid
yes?
doing more
If you know
forklifting.
anything about the Mad Angels, please tell me.
Are you Hazuki?
Yes, I am.
Someone's been asking me about you.
Hmm?
Who was it?
They look like a couple of thugs to me.
Is that so? Okay.
Maybe that's relevant.
Hisaka-san,
Will.
do you know about a deal going down with the Mad Angels?
Deal? What deal? Don't go getting yourself mixed up in any strange dealings.
No, I'm not.
Really? If you say so. Just don't get involved in anything dangerous.
Dangerous.
I'll be on my way.
All these people. It's like a Christmas story. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. I'm going over to the warehouse, the door by Warehouse 17. Maybe I just have to walk around at night again. Maybe the next story segment isn't actually triggered by talking to anyone in particular. But still, don't want to waste my time just in case. Still nothing.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I want to ask you something.
Sorry, but I'm in a hurry now.
I can see
I
that.
see.
Is there any major NPC I'm forgetting about to ask? Crud. I know it says no backseat gaming, but that's not a rhetorical question. I only put that tag there because there was someone the other day literally Googling stuff and just telling me where things are. Number 18, yeah. So I'm at 4, I'm pretty sure, because lunch break started when I was doing the 5th one. Also, Oracle, have you been playing much Soul Calibur recently? I haven't played in a couple of weeks because of being preoccupied with this and the Shovel Knight expansion, but once I beat Shenmue 1, I'm probably going to do another Soul Calibur stream just so I can keep my skills up. I don't want it to go too long without having played it. Haven't? Really? What's been taking up your time then? Is it Final Fantasy 14? That would be my second guess. The last time I played... Well, I would play that game so much more if the netcode was good. But beside that, the last time I played, I feel like I've gotten a lot better. Final Fantasy 14, haha, second guess was right. Because the, like, 4th best Astaroth or so, something like that. One of the best Astaroth players on Steam was giving me some tips. What's going on? Goro!
Oh, man.
Goro, what happened?
I was just walking with that sailor guy.
Hey, schoolboy, come on!
Haven't we dealt with that guy already?
Oh, bro.
Hey, over here!
Quick time event?
Wait!
No. What the?
He's coming. Ha ha! I took the bait.
So you showed, eh?
You guys again. What's your problem?
That'd be you.
Holy cow. Why is he letting him get so close? He knows they're going to fight him. Why would he let them get that close to him?
Hey, boy! Hey, no escape, boy!
Okay, I most definitely pressed it. Whew, the juke. Slipped. What did that achieve story-wise, though? Just beating up more thugs.
You're gonna pay for beating up Goro.
You his girlfriend?
What if I am? Kicks him in the side.
Just watch your back. Next time it won't be just you.
What?
We're gonna go after your family and friends. Gonna get them.
That's it!
Oh!
Back to forklift driving? Okay, then. Anyways, as I was saying, one of the best Astaroth players on Steam... Hey, Goro's walking again. I was about to say, we never checked in on Goro again, but he's fine. One of the best Astaroth players on Steam was giving me some tips in the comments to my Astaroth guide on YouTube. And so I finally put them into practice. And I feel like I'm finally growing a galaxy brain in that game. The skill cap is just so tremendously high with how much stuff each character can do. It still impresses me. When's Haomaru though? It seems like they're taking their sweet time with Haomaru. Hey. Talking about Goro. I was trying to decide earlier. Well, I still haven't decided yet, but Spring, probably. Yeah, that's probably right. There's kind of a lull right now in the game industry just because a bunch of big releases came out before Christmas, naturally. And then things are really going to pick up in March. Like, Doom Eternal is coming out, which I'm super excited about. And then I know Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to be a huge deal. Speaking of that, how excited are you for Final Fantasy VII Remake? Can't wait for... Oh yeah, the Resident Evil 3 remake. That's probably going to be... Wait, did that get a release date yet? It doesn't have a release date yet, does it? Yeah, I'm definitely going to play that. I'm probably not going to play the the Final Fantasy VII remake on release. Nor am I going to stream it because earlier I was talking about how I'm really happy for all the longtime Final Fantasy VII fans that are going to be enjoying it, but I just don't have the nostalgia factor for the original game, and so I'd imagine that anybody tuning into a Final Fantasy VII stream, they would be wanting and expecting the person playing it to have this really nostalgic connection to the game, and there's going to be plenty of people like that, but I'm not one of them, so I'd probably rather just steer clear of that and stream something else during the whole Final Fantasy VII hype. It's like early April. Oh yeah! That's crazy. Dang. So Doom Eternal is the game I'm looking forward to most in 2020. Resident Evil 3 Remake would probably be after that, but the next game I'm planning on getting is the Mega Man Zero Collection. But I also kind of want to get the Hatsune Miku game on Switch because I've always wanted to play one of those. And now a new one coming out, perfect excuse. Don't tell anyone I said that, though. Speaking of which, Hatsune Miku is going to be at Coachella. I saw that was trending. I didn't know what Coachella was, and I looked it up, and for some reason, a whole bunch of people were worried. I'm not sure I know all the details. I'm not sure I know all the details or the context, because I think there's more to this news story, because I don't know why it was trending and why a whole bunch of people were worried, but anyways, Hatsune Miku is going to be at some Californian music festival. And I think this might be the first time she's in the States at an actual concert, but I would have thought for sure she'd have been here in some manner by now, but maybe not. You don't like the Jill model? Yeah, I don't think it looks bad, but it doesn't look like Jill, which is throwing me off, because Jill has a very unique and identifiable character design. It's very easy to think of Jill. A lot less than Claire. See, when I think of Claire Redfield, I don't immediately think of a very specific face, whereas Jill is very noticeable. So it's going to take me time to get used to it. It'll probably grow on me, but I agree. I'm not a big fan of the casting choice. No shade against the actress, of course. But like I said, it'll have to grow on me because I'm so used to seeing Jill look a certain way. That's just the character in my mind. That's what you're like? Yeah, exactly. Nemesis looks really cool, though. I know some people were throwing shade at the new Nemesis design just because it looks different, but I actually think it looks really good. How it has a nose that's diagonal, like it was once a regular human nose, but the face just got so contorted and twisted. And I like how the tubes going across his body aren't biological looking, but they look like they were part of some... They look like they were actually made in the lab as part of his suit to kind of contain him. It makes him look much more like a man-made weapon. A man-made bioweapon, rather than just some monster movie monster. You like that Project Resistance multiplayer game that's coming with it? Yeah, that's crazy that it comes with. It's the way they announced Resident Evil 3 was so weird because it was a Sony State of Play. They announced it. Yeah. So what they were doing is they were going through the games they were showing off, and then they were moving on to Project Resistance, and they were introducing the trailer as if they were showing off more Project Resistance, and then suddenly it starts showing Jill and the Resident Evil 3 stuff. And it's saying how Resident Evil 3 includes Project Resistance for free. And so it's almost as if Project Resistance is just a multiplayer mode that comes with Resident Evil 3. Like they pulled some sort of giant bait and switch. But it's not really a multiplayer mode because it's being made by a completely different team. Project Resistance is being made by a Taiwanese company. It's being outsourced to some no-name Taiwanese company. And evidently, you know, presumably, you can infer that Capcom is giving them a whole bunch of assets from Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 to make the game, but the Taiwanese company is putting in the man-hours. And then, of course, the Resident Evil 3 remake itself is being developed in-house, so it's a very weird package.
Finished for the day.
Did I do 8 boxes? I wasn't counting. You're not complaining, though? Yeah, I'm definitely not complaining.
Okay, good job.
It all looks good to me.
Thanks.
You met quota, son. So starting tomorrow, you'll get a 50 yen raise. That'll be 500 yen per crate.
Nice.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, so I still have to ask around. Ooh, cutscene.
Hey, Dio. I overheard some information.
Information?
I heard them all whispering something about Long Ja. That is soon.
Long Ja?
Best I can figure, it's some Mad Angel's black market deal. Makes sense. They've been on edge lately.
Long Ja. When's it supposed to happen?
Okay. When is the next Long Ja deal? Long Ja, black market dealings between Chinese and Mad Angels. This doesn't give me any sort of lead. It's still the same information, it's just that it has some sort of name. But maybe people will know that somehow. Anyways, what I was saying earlier before I got sidetracked is I'm still deciding if I should stream Shenmue 2 and 3 or if I should make it a YouTube exclusive.
Excuse me.
Hello.
Are you busy, Hisaka-san?
Well,
Hisaka-san?
it's not so bad, I'd say.
I see. I've got to go. I'll stop by later.
Okay, we can
Okay,
talk to
I'll see
Goro.
ya.
We can talk to the old guy. Because maybe they just heard that name. Oh, look.
Hey, mister.
Goro was right there, too. I can ask
Oh,
him as
youngin',
well.
It's you. I heard about you. Here you're after the Mad Angels.
Yes.
I know you want revenge, but if something happening to you, how about the Hazuki tradition?
But
No buts, boy. If no one were left to carry on, oh, what a shame that'd be. I will show you another move.
What's that move?
Whoa, how'd he move so
It's
fast?
called the cross charge. Just at the moment you evade, slam into your opponent's side. When used up against multiple opponents, they can all gang up on you, you know. This move is perfect for times like that.
Thank you very much.
I'm not practicing it. It's a throw. I didn't even have to practice that one.
Excuse me.
Look how close I am.
Something on my mind, you see. Come on back later.
All right.
Later as in later tonight. Goro was right here. I don't know if the time progresses during those cutscenes, though. I think it does, in which case he would be further away.
Tom,
Hi, Dio.
I've got something to ask you. Have you heard of the Long Jia?
Langza?
The Mad Angels guys call the deal by that name. I need to find out when they're making this Long Jia.
Sorry, I don't know anything, man.
Really?
I wonder if it's possible to get one of his shirts. Have they ever made official Tom's hot dog shirts? So he says come back later. It might be night. Could be tomorrow. In which case we'd have to do more forklift driving. Ugh. We can ask Goro. There he is.
Hey,
Okay.
something I need to ask you.
Sorry, brother. I'm a bit busy now.
Really?
Sorry.
Excuse me.
Excuse me? It's dangerous. So don't come.
It becomes night technically at 9? Speaking of Resident Evil, though, it was making me think of my Resident Evil 2 playlist on YouTube. I decided to rearrange some of my stuff on the YouTube channel. If anyone's been to the YouTube channel recently, they might have seen, but my original train of thought with how I set things up, with how I organized the homepage on my YouTube channel, is that my assumption is that the majority of the people going to my channel for the first time probably have found it through one of my more popular videos, right? Like that one Smash Bros video keeps making so many views. So I would assume that's where most of the newcomers to the YouTube channel are from. In which case they've already seen, in which case they're already likely to have seen one of the big popular videos. So I would want the first thing for them to see be some of the less popular stuff. So those things can get some exposure, and so I can show them some stuff they haven't seen yet, presumably. So that was my original train of thought. So I would put playlists like the Resident Evil 2 playlist at the top. Also, just because I'm super proud of the thumbnails I made. I really like the thumbnails I made for the Resident Evil 2 playthrough. But despite my theory sounding pretty solid, it seems like since initially posting those videos, they haven't really had a single soul click on them. So I decided to go the opposite direction and just make the first playlist on my channel be popular uploads, which is actually a default playlist you can just put on there. You don't even have to manually make a playlist with and put them on. You can just select popular uploads and it automatically organizes it by order of views.
My pro boxing trial exam is soon.
Ooh. And another reason this might be a good thing is because if some sort of potential... Oh, hang on. Oh, it's night. I was going to say, if some sort of potential sponsor or something like that looks at the channel, they probably... Like, for example, I emailed Yacht Club Games not too long ago before King of Cards came out because they were specifically asking on Twitter for YouTube channels and Twitch streamers to contact them. They didn't say why. It might have been some sort of sponsorship thing. It might have been, you know, maybe they were sending review copies or something. Who knows? But anyways, I emailed them, and I doubt they were looking through my whole YouTube channel, right? They probably just clicked on it because I sent them the links too. They probably just clicked on it and looked at the front page, probably glanced at it real fast, trying to decide if it's something worthy of, sponsoring or sending a review copy to, etc. And so in those types of cases, it's probably beneficial to me to have the most popular stuff on the front so people can immediately see that some of my stuff actually does have a good amount of views. So plus it coincides with kind of like New Year's. Well, I guess this is more of a spring cleaning thing, but I was thinking about just for the New Year's to kind of take a different angle with the YouTube channel, try something new. Not that it's even that drastic of a change. He said come back later and it's night, so let's see.
I got something on my mind, you see. Try me later.
Later? It's nighttime. It is later. Later's now. Did I talk to Tom about Zhang Da already? I think so. I don't remember. Probably because he had no information, hence why it wasn't worth remembering. I have to walk around, though, just in case I have a run-in with the Mad Angels tonight. See, I kind of wish they made it where you can progress through the events at the harbor faster, so you aren't forced to do so much forklift driving, but maybe I'm just impatient. Maybe that would hurt the pace of the game and make it feel less significant. Because maybe they specifically want you to feel like it's taking over the whole story is taking place over the span of several days. They have to eventually do something more significant with this door, right? The only time I've been over here story-wise is during that QuickTime event where I ended up here on the motorcycles. Also, that would be funny to make a pie chart of this game. Each sector of the pie chart representing the percentage of time in which you do something. Like, for example, one sector of the pie chart could be to represent how long you spend forklift driving, and then another sector for fighting, doing the actual fighting game mechanics, and then another sector for talking to NPCs, and then maybe another sector for side things like arcades and stuff, but that would obviously vary person to person depending on the playthrough. But that would be really funny to see. Because I'm wondering how much of the game does this forklift driving actually... Or how much of the game does the forklift driving... How am I supposed to ask this? How much does the forklift driving... What percentage of the game is comprised by forklift driving? That's what I was wanting to say. Wow. Third time's a charm. Oh, it took me 3 tries to say what I was trying to say.
Excuse me.
What is it?
No, never mind.
Never mind. Yeah, I think I have to go home again. He said come back later. I guess that means tomorrow, but if he means late tonight, I don't want to waste that, so I'm probably going to stay here until late tonight and then try to talk to him again. What am I doing? Getting distracted by the gacha. She's never helpful.
Excuse me.
Yes? What is it?
Do you know anything about some deal the Mad
He doesn't
Angels
talk
are
about
making?
Zhang Da.
Hey!
That's the same thing he
Don't
says
say it.
before. Let's kill some
100
time.
yen per play.
Let's
Maybe
wait for it
just
to
one
get
song.
late so that way we can talk to the old guy again. Any music requests, chat? I think I've played everyone here, but... think I haven't done Dandy Old Man. Want that Pepsi, man.
100 yen each. I should buy one.
Pop. Chicken leg.
It's the same one.
Hey, it's not invisible here either. Well, I mean, it's not invisible here, just like how Alex Kid isn't invisible here. This thing and Alex Kid were invisible when I pulled them at the gacha machine outside the arcade in Dobuita. That's what I'm referring
Maybe
to.
I should get another. This again?
It's only considered late night
I should try again.
until after 9. Oh yeah, it's not even 9 yet. I guess that little cutscene meant it was evening. Ruber.
It's the same one. I should try again. What? This again? I should try again.
Ball, too.
What? This again? I should try again.
Just think. That ball you could pull from the gacha machine actually used up polygons in the total polygon count for this whole game. How many polygons do you think this ball is made up of? I can kind of see them. They used a lot, though, to make it actually look like a ball. Wonder how much that single ball costs
Maybe I should get another.
in terms of how much more it costs the game to make, to be made. Did I just get 3 ball 2s in a row?
This again?
Okay, no, we're talking about ball 2s. I'm somehow speaking this into reality.
I should try again. This again?
Hey, I'm getting a lot of Garbo.
Maybe I should get another.
Get another. Oh, it's actually past 9 now. I should go out and talk to the guy. Alex Kid.
It's the same one. Maybe I should get another. Changed my mind.
Changed my mind.
I should go home.
No, you should not. Yet.
Excuse me.
I ain't feeling so good right now. Leave me alone, will ya?
I see.
I don't know if that's what he wanted to talk to me about.
Sorry, but I don't much feel like talking just now. Come on back later.
Is he dying?
All right.
I guess I could start going home now. Because it teleports you at 11:53, and we still have plenty of time before that happens. Let's do one quick run through. Because it's technically night now, so there might be some events available now. You don't much feel like talking. Yet he was talking. He's acting like he's about to die or something. What if he's just gone the next day? Got roadblocked by a cat. Still nothing over here. I guess we have another day of forklift driving. I really was not expecting them to make me do that much of it. So at this point, who knows how much more I have to do. I wouldn't mind the forklift driving if I was playing the game off stream, but I feel pressured when doing all that forklift driving on stream. Okay, let's go to the bus. Is that it? Nope.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I want to ask you something.
Sorry, but I'm in a hurry now.
I can see that.
I see.
Is that why you're walking 3 miles an hour? Oh, you know what? I posted that Locales of Shenmue video today, but I forgot to put in the clip where I was recording the bus stop here. I guess I could make another one. There are enough areas in this game where I can record them and then put together another video like that. That person behind her is standing perfectly still. Okay, there she moved. There it is.
Ine-san's bound to be worried. I'll go on home.
That's what I'm doing. It's probably going to teleport us before we even get there. Wasting our money at the bus again. We have a little less than an hour. Santa's still here.
Excuse me.
Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, ho! Oh, hello there. How about throwing your New Year's party at the Bar Linda? You're too young to drink. Sorry, kid.
It's okay.
He tried selling me alcohol the last time. I'm not even going the right way, am I? No, wait, yeah, I am. Funny Bear Burger. Look at how little sense this sign makes. Look at how the bear is getting overlapped by burger and funny, but not bear. It's not even centered. Can't talk to that guy. Oh yeah, let's get a Sonic gacha, since we rarely come by here.
I love these.
We only need Eggman and that one other character now before we get the whole collection. Ball 2 again.
This again?
I have so many ball 2s.
I should try again.
One more. Ball 1!
What? This again?
It didn't even let me look at it that time. Friday.
I just know Ine-san is worried. I should go home.
I thought they take you home at... Maybe it's depending how far away you are. Maybe it's 11:53 if you're at the bus stop. Next long shot deal. That is where we are. Is he still getting an allowance from Ine-san? And if he is, am I actually picking it up on the cutscene? Because it's not letting me walk out of the house and grab it as I walk out. Okay, so we only need to get last place now, and we should have the full collection of forklifts.
Good morning, everyone.
Since I've gotten every place but last.
Time for a
And then I'll get
daily
number
race.
5.
You all do your best now. Yeah. Like always, 3 laps to the finish. Everybody ready? Yeah.
Everybody ready?
On your mark. Almost time to go. Ready? Go!
What if you actually don't even get anything worthwhile for getting the whole collection? What if it's actually better to get duplicates of number 1 and I've been wasting my time? What the? If I'm ahead of anyone, I'm just going to let them pass me right before the race finishes. And then, of course, once I have all the different forklifts for the collection, I'm going to go for first each time just because... How was I stuck on that guy? I feel like this is a workplace accident waiting to happen. Right. Oh, by the way, those things are called pallets. Those wooden things that these boxes are set on. I was trying to remember the word the other day, but it's pallet. Yo, Tanooks, how's the life simulator? You mean the unhealthy workplace environment simulator. Pretty nominal. How are you doing? I'm beating the game today. I can't believe how much forklift driving they're making me do, though. Oh, I almost braked. I thought that was the last lap. I'm going to purposely get last here because I've gotten every place but last, and so if I get last, I'll get the number 5 forklift, and I'll have the whole collection. The Find the Killer of Your Father in 80s Japan simulator. Yeah, exactly. So, it's so oddly specific. I think that's what makes it so intriguing. It's like you've taken a microscope or a magnifying glass over something so specific, over such a specific era and such a specific place, with such a specific genre and such a specific, like, console era of gaming. If you win first, you get a gold trophy. No, I got the... I don't know if I can look at it right now, but I'll show you. I just got the same old forklift that you get for winning any place, but it has the number 1 on it. Yeah, Oracle's here too. Oracle beat you here, Pixel. Trying to. That's okay.
Oh, man, so close. You almost had it. Here's your prize.
So close. Ooh, almost had it. What? Oh, I didn't purposely get last. Unloading. Chat, did I save?
Gotcha. Today you gotta move cargo between warehouses.
More
gotcha.
cargo.
First take a crate from here over to warehouse number
Did
8,
I save?
Then take a crate from warehouse number 8 to
On this most recent night.
You know where that is, right?
What? I heard warehouse.
Warehouse number 8. Then I take number 8 cargo to warehouse.
Okay, this is getting more complex.
Yep. But careful you don't get mixed up.
Yeah, I have multiple saves. Not as many as I should though. For some reason, I feel like I haven't saved. Anyways, I'm probably going to have more times to fail the forklift races, so I'm fine. See, look. What? I don't have 4 yet? I thought I got 4 already. What? Anyways, this is what I got for winning first. 1 has the 1 on it. Then that's for second, and then that's for third. Thought I had 4th already. I need to get 4th and 5th. Okay. What's the most recent save I have? 12/21. It's the 23rd? I didn't save. How did I not save if I went home and slept? 21. It's the 23rd. Dang it. Anyways, what am I doing again? In, out. So I'm moving... Where am I right now? Okay, I know where I am. I'm supposed to put this in 8 and then move this stuff from 8 to 18. Is that what he said? So I go to 8. That is what he said, right? I don't want to spend all this time forklift driving just to get it wrong. It would probably be faster if I go... probably faster if I go this way. I kind of want to load just to hear the instructions again, but... Not if I forgot to save. 8 is... Oh yeah, the original 8. So I put... Okay, in, out. Yeah, okay. I put this in. It's the quota anyway. Probably too late to help the old lady and visit the fortune teller. I know where the fortune teller is. What old lady are you talking about, though? I've been to the fortune teller. 10. When they say 10, do they mean 5 in and 5 out, or 10 in and 10 out? And I'm putting this in 18. Old lady in the area with the first gacha who needs help finding a house. I don't think I've ever even seen her. I'm going to have to shoot for 10 in and 10 out since I don't know. Since I don't know if 10 means 5 in and 5 out or 10 in and 10 out. I do have a bunch of older saves, though, that I can load if I want to go trophy hunting like that. By the way, Pixel, I was talking about this a few minutes ago. Once I beat Shenmue 1, I'm probably going to do a Soul Calibur stream before starting Shenmue 2 or doing whatever else I'm going to do afterwards, because I don't want it to be that long before I play Soul Calibur 6 again, since I want to keep up my skills. Almost forgot to take this out. Anyways, I'm just letting you know, because if I beat this tonight, it means be on the lookout for Soul Calibur if you're wanting to play with us. It's a lot of people walking through here. That guy has green hair. Zoro. Oh, is that a hat? It's a hat. Dang it. I'm grasping for something interesting to happen at this workplace. Got everything in the CTR, Grampy. Nice. Loving the freedom of not having to stick to the theme when online. Yeah, I like that too. It feels very liberating. You have to stay sharp. You haven't tried the latest patch and the nerfs. When was the latest patch? I think I honestly missed one. If there was one recently. I looked at the VOD. I looked at the list of VODs. The last time I played Soul Calibur 6 was 2 weeks ago. So it's not really that long. But long enough for rust to accumulate. Especially if I'm wanting to go to EVO this year. I need to actually play it a lot. But of course, regardless, I'm going to be playing it a lot in the couple months preceding EVO. Been any new Soul Calibur 6 news have been following? I haven't heard any. I was talking about this with Oracle earlier. I was talking about Haomaru. I think the consensus is that Haomaru is probably going to come out. Where am I going? Probably going to come out around spring. I don't think I scooped the forklift all the way underneath this. I think it's kind of hanging off the front. Yeah, it's kind of far back, see? Oh, you know what? I could actually use my rule of thumb to see if they want 5 in and 5 out, or 10 and 10. Because usually the first lunch break happens as... So...
Lunchtime, eh?
The first... Okay, so the lunch break happens after I've gotten half, but as I'm bringing one more than half of what I need. But it's just a rule of thumb. Thus far.
Hey, bro!
Hey, Mai. Goro?
Goro?
Bro, me, I'm gonna settle down and go straight. Gets me a real job, work hard, and marry her.
Her.
But she's too young.
Don't you know, Ryo? Girls can get married from 16.
But to Goro?
Well, Goro, he's not so bright, but he's got a heart of gold.
Goro likes volleys, confirmed.
Well, bro, be seeing you around.
See ya.
Okay, then. They grow up so fast. That was obviously to act as a foil to what Ryo said before.
Mark.
Dio, I got some big news.
Huh?
I overheard Tony and Smith saying that a lone Ja is going down soon.
Really? When's it gonna happen?
Maybe within the next few days.
Few days? I have this...
Be careful.
I have
Dio.
a few days
Yeah,
of
you too,
forklift driving
No
left.
problem. I'm cool. But I'm worried about you, Dio.
The
Dio.
date of the long jaw. Someone must know.
Yeah, but finding out ain't gonna be easy. To them, it's like a really big deal, you know?
Maybe the only option is to ask them directly.
Well, maybe, but Dio,
Believe me, I know. But I'm prepared to take the risk.
Dio.
Do I need to go up to the gate finally? Two foreigners I rarely see, Tony and Smith, are part of Longshaw. Are those the two Mad Angels foreigners he's talking about? Or are these other people? Maybe I have to get ambushed again to run around. I'm heading to the gate by Warehouse 17, though. The whole reason I'm anxious during this part of the game is that I have no idea if I'm progressing things. I have no idea if I'm not progressing things when I should be progressing things. Because sometimes you just randomly get ambushed, like that time I was driving the forklift and there was an encounter with the Mad Angels, but other times you have to actually walk to an area. Oh yeah, the old guy. Haven't talked to him yet. See if he's even still there. I'll just turn the corner and he's gone. Now, he is gone. Did he die? What can I even do right now? Goro's gone. The old guy's gone. Who can I even talk to? Where's Tom? Tom has to eventually be helpful.
Tom,
Hi, Dio.
I've got something to ask you. Have you heard of the Long Jia?
Langza?
The Mad Angels guys call the deal by that name. I need to find out when they're making this Long Jia.
Sorry, I don't know anything, man.
Really?
He said this already. Do I just have to sit through all these work days? Well, sit through as in sitting on the forklift seat.
Do you have a minute?
What is it?
Do you know what Long Jia means?
Long Jia? What's that?
What's
I heard
that?
some of the Mad Angels guys talking about something like that.
Maybe it's a code name or something. Well, lately I have seen them whispering about something.
I see.
Lunch break ends at 2. Less than 30 minutes.
Hey, well, looks like you've got the hang of things.
Yeah, guess so.
Hey, Rio, how long you planning to continue working here?
I haven't decided yet, but not too long.
I see.
How about yourself? How long you plan on working here?
I'm thinking I'll stay for the immediate future. Everyone's so nice and all.
Yes, they are.
I finished talking to Mark, right?
Mark?
If it looks too risky, back off.
Mark?
Be careful, Theo. You gotta be discreet.
Discreet. When Mark says Rio, it sounds like he's saying Dio or Leo.
Excuse me.
What is it?
Have you heard about some deal the Mad Angels are arranging?
Well, I wouldn't know about that, you know.
So you haven't seen any of them around?
Nope, but I saw a couple of sailors acting kind of suspicious. The harbor is full of all kinds of sailors, don't you know?
So he wrote
Where
down
did you
the
see
two
them?
foreigners.
Over by the
Harbor Lounge. Chat, where's the Harbor Lounge? Playing Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry. The game crashes so much, it's frustrating. I bet the game was just rushed out. If it came out during that time where Assassin's Creed games were getting pumped out, it probably didn't get bug tested much. The area with the gotchas and record player. Okay. That's where I'm going then. It was rushed out. Crud!
Back to work.
I hope they're still there.
First, take the cargo to warehouse number 8. Then, go to warehouse number 18.
Pixel, what's your favorite Assassin's Creed? Most people say 2, right? Freedom Cry is the only one you've actually played. Your brother played about all of them on PS3. His fave was the first one with Ezio. Yeah, I've never played any myself, but I've watched my brother play several. Considering I've only gotten 3 and 3, it makes me think that the quota is going to be 5 and 5. It would not suddenly get that unrealistic without warning. Or for any reason. Hopefully. 4 and 4. Oh, whoops, thought it was low. I'm trying to think of how they could have made the forklift driving more engaging. Maybe if there was a big stack of boxes or something and it was kind of like a puzzle, but I'm trying to think of how they would even do that. There's 5. That thing is not lined up on the squares at all. What the heck? Whoever put these here initially is not doing their job as well as me. Mwah. That should be the quota then. Just this one should make it above quota. Honk. Whoops. I can't see what's ahead of me. The top of the crate, when I'm accelerating, or when I'm at full acceleration, the top of the crate is perfectly lined up with the top of my television screen. Huh? Shift ends at 3:30, right? Right? No! Get me out of this place. Okay, there we go. 335? 340? Oh no. Hey, it's them! I was going to head there anyway.
It's them.
Oh, when the engine stopped, I thought my headphones stopped working. Drives over, drops the crate on them. Bonk!
Got a question. You know about the long jaw?
What? What did you say?
You know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Wait!
Look, time event. Huh. Huh. That was a big jump.
See ya, boy! Hey, Bob, help! I'll get rid of him.
Bob won't help you. What the? Bob did help him. What? Bob OP. Honk, honk, honk.
You crazy?
You crazy? Should that have been a question mark? Which one should I be chasing?
You need help?
Huh. 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 Zigzag. Which one should I have been chasing?
Help!
Where is your Bob now?
When's the long jaw?
I don't know,
I'll break your arm.
but I don't know, I swear. Only the boss of the Mad Angels knows.
Who is the boss?
It's Terry.
Terry
Please,
Bogard.
don't tell anyone that I told you. Or they'll send me to the bottom of the sea. Oh,
Where is he?
I don't know. It's the truth. Terry's real careful. Oh.
How different would it have been if I chased the other guy?
Got your pay. Here.
Thank you.
No, wait.
Yes?
Someone came to see you earlier.
Really?
Yes, a young man in a suit. He asked me to give this to you.
What is it?
Thanks.
Thanks.
The Mad Angels are after you. Beware.
Well, no duh.
Gui Zhang. Ah, the long jaw. Maybe Master Chin knows about it.
I already tried going there, Rio. Already tried that, genius. I don't have an appointment, though. Oh, I guess he somehow got there.
Hazuki. Master Chin.
Hold on, I'll read chat after
Is
the
Lan Di coming
cutscene.
for the long jaw?
Why do you know about Long Jaw?
I got it out of the Mad Angels. So, is Lan Di coming?
Lan Di has nothing to do with the Long Jia.
Only the lowest Chio men members are involved.
But Terry and his gang have arranged transport for Lan Di to a ship.
He's acting as a guide for Lan Di so as to ingratiate himself with the Chio men.
Terry and his gang already know about you. And that you're trying to stop the long jaw.
The items we deal in are expensive. Paintings, calligraphy, antiques, gems. Terry's gang deals in contraband. The next big shipment is drugs.
If they get established, our market will be destroyed.
If our trade route is disturbed, it will cause trouble for us in China.
So, now you see. Go home before you get hurt.
I can't do that.
Someone as young as you should not be involved.
Tell me when the long jaw is.
I cannot tell you. But if you can be patient and listen to my counsel, no harm will come to you.
Father!
As written in the letter to his father, I'm bound by my promise to Zhu Yuanda. I will hear no more of this today.
Very well. I'll back off for now.
Does that mean more forklift driving?
Your father would not have wanted you to throw your life away so senselessly.
If I was stuck on an island and the only game I have is Shenmue, would I go crazy? So this is assuming, is this assuming I have secured reliable shelter and a food source and water source, and I'm living relatively comfortably on this island, that I have enough time to play the game? I'd probably wind up 100%ing the game, but... Well, yeah, I mean, if I'm going to be stuck there for a long time, I'm definitely 100%ing the game, but... After that, it would probably be more mentally engaging to just explore the island, right? And helpful. Like, actually gaining expertise on this island I'm stuck on. Find a guy called Terry.
Tom,
Hi!
you're looking good.
Yeah, I'm always grooving, man.
I just need to ask around for someone named Terry now, right?
Yeah, sure. Keep it grooving, man.
Keep it grooving, man. You said that before. Oh, look, he's back. He's not dead.
Sorry, but I don't much feel like talking just now.
Don't much
Come
feel
on
like
back
talking just
later.
now.
I see.
He's still saying that. Need to find a Terry. Also, why did he write down that Goro and Mai are getting married?
Getting any bites?
Ain't caught a thing all day. I think I'm going to have to change my spot.
These people are saying the things that they originally said when you first got here. Mark.
Mark, do you know of a man named Terry?
Nah, sure don't. Who is he?
I think he's the boss of the Mad Angels.
Terry? Sorry, man. Never heard of him.
It's alright.
Terry Brogard.
Caught anything?
Huh? Not a thing.
If he
won't take the bait.
If he uses his real name, then some rando person might actually know him. Or, well, if they're like, yeah, I know a Terry, and it's not even the same Terry.
How's it going?
Haven't caught a single fish all day. Maybe because the waves are too high?
If I'm going to ask the fisherman, might as well do all of them.
Do you catch much around here?
Huh? I haven't caught a one since this morning.
Caught a one.
Maybe this is a bad spot.
I don't need to keep wasting my time by walking over to that door each time.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry. I'm in a bit
It's
of a
not who I was even trying to talk to.
What is it?
Is the stand busy?
I also have to work on thinking up a new menu. So I guess you could say I'm fairly busy.
I see.
Wow.
So.
Okay, see you later.
So much to do, making a new menu. You know, normally Goro is a good source of information, but he's gone now. Really narrows it down. And the old guy isn't talking either. Wonder if I should just head home early. Let's try that. I don't need to unnecessarily prolong these things. Bus, bus. Hey, look at that. Good timing. It's still not the 25th yet. I wonder if that arcade is finally in working order. Does that arcade that says out of order ever start working in the game? Or is it always like that? This one. Retro Flash. Wish they would add more. Whoa, the music. We're getting Tom's hot dog stand music mixed in. Where's it even coming from? Kind of want to get that banner in the shot with the music at the same time. Where is it coming from? That convenience store is always so creepy because it's always so bright and well lit inside there, which is so dissonant to how dark it is everywhere else outside of it. And you can see inside of it so easily. Like, if you were inside of that building, you would feel so exposed.
Oh, hello, yo.
Couple of these. Hey, Pixel, I got Knuckles.
100 yen each.
I'm only missing 2 Sonic characters for the whole collection. Eggman and then some other silhouette that I actually don't know. Probably some super obscure character.
This again? I should try again. This again? I should try again. Changed my mind.
Let's head home. Been a while since we've actually walked into the house. Was on phone, no problem. I was just talking about how I have Knuckles, and so I'm only missing 2 Sonic characters. Which are Eggman and something else. Eggman here, and then whatever the heck that is. I can't tell by looking at it. I can't tell by looking at the silhouette, I mean. Yeah, we have Knuckles. Fuku-san in here? Dang it, we can't open up the drawer yet.
Fuku-san. Ryo-san, try and get home earlier, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't open the drawer with him by it. Training. Save. No dream. Why is it
should go out and get some fresh
so
air.
dark on the window? That was terrifying.
Nozomi-san?
No. Something happened to her?
Well, Ida-san just phoned. And it seems Nozomi-san hasn't come home.
Those fiends.
Nozomi-san said she was meeting you.
What the heck?
Ida-san said she can't reach Nozomi-san.
So, that is a loud phone.
Hello? It's Ryo.
Terry's waiting.
Who is this?
Here, meet us behind warehouse number 17.
That's the door I have to walk through.
Rio, it's a trap.
Nozomi.
If you don't show, I'll make her cry.
Don't you dare touch her.
I'll give you 4 hours, or else. Behind warehouse number 17.
It's that guy that swallowed your ticket to Hong Kong and now kidnapped your girl. Exactly.
Ine-san, I gotta go.
He's laid a trap. Joke's on you! I like traps. Hangs up phone. Smeagol never saw it coming. He played himself.
3, I'll never make it.
Wait, what? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Don't think you can do me like that, video game. Walk back in the house. Oh, what the heck? It's like, it's actually not morning. Abuita. Look at that. It's snowing. I'm actually kind of worried because I've never seen Nozomi in the other games. It could just be that the other games take place in China, but my point is I don't have any sort of confirmation that Nozomi actually lives.
The buses have stopped running.
What?
What do I do?
To get to the harbor quickly, bus X won't make it. X. How
The buses have stopped running.
am I going to
Now
get
what do I
there?
do?
Do I just threaten the travel agency guy? Yeah, he won't take me there. Did I miss a hint or something? Did I miss a hint as to how to get there? Sega. Well, that'd be a cool shot. I do it from here, get the Sega logo.
Oh! Hello there.
That guy's new.
Come by the slot house sometime.
Oh. Maybe Tom. Oh yeah, doesn't Tom drive there? Where's Tom? Okay, this takes me home. Tom drives his hot dog stand over there, right? Uh-oh, I don't think he has his stand out, though. Does he? I have to get to Warehouse 17, but the buses aren't running.
The buses have stopped running. Now what do I do?
So I was thinking maybe Tom, since he drives over there with his hot dog stand, but I don't think he's out here. So I was asking if I missed a hint or something. You know, if I'm supposed to figure it out here, I don't want anyone telling me. Not Tom. I guess I'll talk to the travel agency. Okay, this is where I would come in when I walk in. What about the motorcycles? No one's around here.
Hello? Ona-san.
Hey, is this correct?
Who's that? You know what time it is?
Oh, yo, what is it?
Can I borrow your motorcycle?
Hey, that's it.
My hog. She's broke down now. She's being fixed.
Do you have any others?
Nah, they're all taken apart.
What kind of motorcycle guy doesn't have a functioning motorcycle?
Go over to Naoyuki's house.
Who is Naoyuki?
Fixing his hog.
Who is Naoyuki?
Thanks.
Sakuragaoka. It's in Sakuragaoka, okay. I have to do all this before 3? I'm going to have to load. What happens if I take too long? Does it show like a cutscene of Nozomi getting killed or something? Or does Ryo just yell, no, when it hits 3? Get a bad ending. Shows a scene that will scar me for life. Okay, let's play this out then and see what happens. Right, I always wind up running the opposite direction here. Bunny Bear Burger. I have to say that every time I walk past it. The name makes no sense. Okay, I'm still going to try to do it first try. Just in case I'm able to do it. Now who even is Naoyuki? I don't remember ever seeing a motorcycle around here. Oh, look, there's one. So this must be his house, right?
Yes, who is it?
It's Ryo.
Ah, Ryo-chan, just a moment.
I don't think I've ever spoken to this person.
Hey, Ryo.
Did I get it? Dang it.
I need a favor.
I wanted to get the shot with him standing by the motorbike.
Can't. I'm in a hurry. Can I use your motorcycle? My motorcycle? Sure.
Oh, he would have been involved in the old lady side quest. Catch.
Don't drive too fast. I won't. Later.
Okay, got one. What the? This is an actual... They put even more unique mechanics in here. This feels a lot different than the forklifts. Would I have started with more time if I got there earlier? I had no idea about this part. Holy. I can't turn that sharp. I guess I have to I have to let go of the acceleration. Maybe I can brake to drift, even though that's not how it works. Pressing X doesn't seem to do anything. Are there different gears? Oh yeah, the braking actually does help. "25 seconds. Straight away. I can't see what's in front of me. I wish the camera was tilted up, like tilted down. Like if the camera was higher and looked down a bit more. 10 seconds! Look, I was drifting. I wasn't even holding brake there.
No way, I'll never make it.
Oh, it makes you just retry it. Thought I was going to show the cutscene you were talking about.
Ah, Ryo-chan, just a moment.
Got that picture though.
Ryo, what's up? I need a favor. Oh, sure, come on in. Can't, I'm in a hurry. Can I use your motorcycle? My motorcycle, sure.
If I needed to borrow someone's motorcycle as an emergency, I would be acting much more urgent. So that way they would know I actually need it. It's try hard lights, yeah.
I won't. Later.
I've been asking for Outrun this whole time at the arcade. I finally got it in a sense. So I don't know how close I was to the finish. You bought Just Dance 2020 instead of Smash. T. What have you done? I actually like Just Dance. It's sort of a guilty pleasure. But I haven't played any of the newer ones because I don't know about 2020, but I know that in some of the recent ones, they've made it where you have to buy the game, and then you have to pay for a subscription to get the songs, which sounds very EA to me, even though it's Ubisoft. But the older ones that have all the songs on it, hey, there's another tomato grocery store. Hey, so it's snowing here because today it was snowing, but depending on how fast I progress the story events, I could be doing this on a completely different day, right? In which case, would it not be snowing? What I'm asking is it always snowing when you do this? When you do this part of the game, or does it not have to be? Because if it's not always snowing, I just wanted to point out it's kind of cool that I got to do this on a snow day. Adds to the atmosphere. Also, this song... Has this song been used anywhere else but now? 500 plus songs was kind of worth it. Wait, hang on. I need to read all of it. What the heck? Okay, I made it. You don't regret it. No regrets. Get all the old songs, 500 plus songs, so it's kind of worth it. That is a lot, though. I'm not really a fan of pop songs and stuff, so I always like the weird songs they put in it. Like, I like Daft Punk, and I know some of them have Daft Punk songs. Warehouse 17. Maybe RNG. What would be RNG?
Looks like we got a rat, eh?
What?
Oh, yeah. No, the weather's actually not RNG. Apparently, they actually looked at the weather records from 1986 and made it accurate to that. Oh, what the? How'd I get turned around? The frame data in this makes no sense. That range. Who made this game? Well, this was Sega. It reminds you of Bully.
You made it, huh, boy?
Boy.
Where's Nozomi?
What's your hurry? Have some fun with us.
What the heck happened to the lighting? It's so funny kicking like 5 people at once. I still have no idea how these fighting game mechanics work. I still have no idea if you can block. I have no idea if some things are safe. I have no idea if some things aren't safe. I don't understand how they can do that every time I throw an attack. This one guy has so much HP. Yeah, I know what you mean. It has a sort of charm to it.
I got you now. Enough. Oh, Terry, let me have some fun. Haven't had enough fun
Like,
yet.
it's not trying to hide... Well, obviously at the time it was trying to be good graphics, but I've recently gained a big appreciation for 3D graphics that aren't good looking.
That's okay. I'm cool.
Because it's not making you think it's real life. You know it's a video game. Look how tall he is compared to her.
Nozomi. Are you alright?
I don't think I've found any bugs yet, aside from a couple of gacha being invisible.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
All your fault.
So you're Terry.
It's Terry Bogard.
Schoolboy, huh? Hear you messed up some of my boys pretty good.
If I let you go, schoolboy,
Boy.
it sets a bad example.
Okay.
You're the one trying.
It's probably a little of both.
About the long jaw. You're either real brave or you're real stupid.
I'm taking Nozomi home.
Sure, you can, but it's gonna cost you.
What?
My deal is, you gotta beat up Chin's son. Make it so he can't walk.
Gui Zhang?
Ah, so you know him, huh?
Why him?
He's in my way.
Your way?
What sort of leverage does he have right now?
As Chin's around.
Yeah, this was the most expensive game ever.
Gain total control of the Hong Kong route.
The most expensive game to make when it came out.
All right.
Why is he agreeing to this?
But one more condition.
Oh, yeah? It ain't enough to get the girl back.
You take me to Land D.
This kid's got a death wish. He's got some screws loose.
Some screws
What do you
loose.
say? I know you're the one that guided Land D.
Well, there's more to schoolboy than meets the eye.
You take me to Land D, then it's a deal.
Phew.
Fine by me, but only after you take out Gui Zhang.
Don't forget!
Can't Gui Zhang fake it?
Hey, I ain't no street punk. When Terry of Yokosuka speaks, he means what he says.
I'm taking her home.
Fine.
Let's go.
Thanks for saving me.
But I won't let this go.
They disappeared. Yeah, all the other games at this time, characters' faces, all the features on their face aren't modeled like they are here. I don't think it's very safe to sit on it like that, Nozomi. This song was unexpected. Come on, chat, sing along with your best Japanese weeb talk. Hitomiko. I keep thinking she's going to fall off sitting like that. Yeah, the amount of detail in the environments and the amount of individuality each NPC has is still pretty staggering. Those hot screenshots. We got some English. Huh. I think I got one for you, Pixel. Just for you. What the heck? How long is this scene? Oh yeah, by the way, this isn't my bike. I have to go give it back to Naoyuki. Oh boy, what are you sending? Jazzy. What am I supposed to be looking at? What am I supposed to be reading? Oh boy. How did you get this? Is this from when you were playing Pixel? Sleep. I did not mean to hit sleep yet. I wanted to save. And I can't save after waking up because it automatically takes me to work, to my thrilling day job of forklift driving. Cool. Zombie's fine. Had to promise Terry I'd beat up Gui Zhang. Today at 10 p.m., go to warehouse number 9. Wait, I don't remember that part. Is it Christmas Eve now? In the game, of course. Oh no, what did you clip? Okay, maybe if it starts me here, I can still save. We're doing Gui Zhang dirty. I thought Rio was a lawful good. I think we're in the finale. And I can't save. Couldn't breathe. Okay. I'm not wrong, though.
Tom, hey, Rio, working hard at the harbor today, eh?
Yeah.
What's wrong? You seem kind of blue.
No, I'm alright.
No, I'm alright.
Okay, tell you what. You come on by later and let me treat you to lunch.
Does he finally eat Tom's hot dog? Are we finally rewarded with that scene?
Young man, have a seat.
Sure.
Why are these tables like that?
I'm gonna have to ask you to resign.
Am I fired?
Kind of.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Why?
You see, there's been a mess of trouble since you started. Now, I know it ain't all your fault.
I mean, no, anything but that. Please let me keep this job. That's all I have.
My company, that's a problem. You know what I mean?
Yes, I understand. Thank you for everything.
Didn't they say I have to be there before 10? I should check with everybody. What does that even mean? I got fired from my job, ... Promised to have lunch with Tom. If I miss lunch with Tom, I am loading. I don't care how much progress I have to redo. Today at 10 p.m., go to warehouse number 9. It's past 10. Oh, p.m., duh. It looks like Bow Ride Show. Tuki didn't do a good job. Wait, what are you talking about, Pixel? Do you get a different scene if you do better? I got above quota every single time. What are you talking about? I got above quota every single time. Hey, Goro. He's walking pretty adamantly there.
Goro. What's grooving, bro?
All that free time now. Probably anything but forklift driving.
And patrolling. How's work, bro? Say, is you bringing home that bacon?
Yeah, just a bit.
What? Bro, you gotta be more positive.
I wish Goro was the main character.
Straps and all. Goro be a rooting for you, you know. So don't let me down, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah? Can you be more positive after being fired? I don't think he's bothered by being fired. He never planned on keeping the job anyway. Sim-ID. What kind of autocorrect is that? What the?
Hey, Rio!
Tom.
It's cold. I'll get you some coffee, okay?
I don't feel like coffee today.
Rio, what is wrong with you?
Rio, look!
Huh.
Tom, what was that leg move?
A friend taught me this. It's a tornado kick. You want me to teach you?
Yeah,
Tom's the real martial arts master.
Okay, it's your lucky day. First, the music.
Michelangelo the turtle.
First, I'll teach you the steps. You watch carefully, okay? Step forward, step again, then kick, okay? Very simple, okay? First, try the steps. You take 2 steps toward me. Okay?
I already have a forward X.
Okay, man, nice steps. Next, after the second step, kick. Now, Rio, you try it, okay?
What?
Okay, very good. Pretty good for that first
It felt like the
time.
inputs were coming out a whole second late.
Thanks, Tom.
No, no, no. This is how it's done, okay? 2 steps forward then. And
Ugh. My eyes!
The real tornado kick. Now, Rio, you try it, okay?
So when I press forward, oh, there's 2 kicks. When I press forward, and then kick, I'm not moving before I hit X. So can I just not walk? Can I not do 2 steps forward anymore? Because before forward kick was the flying knee.
What's wrong? Don't waste time. Yeah, perfect.
It's a pretty fancy mocap.
Thanks, Tom.
The tornado kick is very powerful, okay? This kick
Beaten
is
Kirby's
perfect
Adventure?
for when
I
you're
have.
surrounded by multiple opponents. Do you want to practice longer?
Let's do it a couple more times.
Yeah, teach me.
That's the original Kirby, right? On the NES? Or wait. Is that the Game Boy one? Oh, Dreamland's the Game Boy. Such a good game. Fun trivia about Kirby's Dream Land. On the box art, well, it's a Game Boy game, so obviously the whole game is in black and white. Or not black and white, but just green and black. No color, right? But on the box art of Kirby's Dream Land, Kirby is actually white instead of pink.
No, that's okay.
Kirby's white instead of pink because they thought that a pink main character wouldn't appeal to a Western audience very well.
What's wrong?
I got something I need to tell you, Rio.
Is he confessing?
Tell me what?
Tomorrow, I go back to America.
No.
All of a sudden.
Not suddenly. I've been planning to for a while.
Tom.
Rio, why are you going on your trip?
Yeah, he looked like a Boo.
I...
But with little feet.
I bet it has something to do with your father.
Father.
Yeah, I thought so. Me? I'm going back to my home, and you'll be leaving soon too. Nobody can stop you.
Is Tom not in the second game? Come on.
Even though we part ways, you'll still be one of my best friends.
You're mine too.
Today's the last day for Tom's hot dogs. Get them while you can.
Yeah, I'll have one.
He has one! It doesn't show him eating it, though. I can finally rest. Rio finally stopped putting it off.
My friend. Tom.
Why is the game acting like they were super close? I've only known you for 15 minutes, but you... but I love you, don't leave. It's not canon if you don't see it. Best buddies to nukes. But I'm assuming this was before the game started, right? Also, why is the frame rate so low right now? 10 p.m.
I'm here. You sure got guts coming here. This way. Follow me. Wait here.
Is Gui Zhang coming here?
He passes through here on his way home from work.
Something's fishy about this. Aside from the fact that I'm beating up an ally.
Here he comes.
I think this is the finale.
I'm out of here. Hazuki, why are you here?
Why are you going to do him dirty like this?
I wanna fight you. What? What are you talking about? Ready? What?
Hey, this is on Christmas Eve, too. How poetic. Or is this Christmas Day? Either way. This is going to be awful. Having to fight an actual challenging opponent, not even understanding the game mechanics. What the?
Gui Zhang, pretend to lose.
Oh, okay, good.
Say what?
Terry will take me to Land D.
You trust a punk like Terry?
Why is he still fighting me then? Pretend to lose. Ow, ow, ooh, ah! When you pretend to lose, say, I had no chance against a Grandmaster as skilled as Rio.
Go down before you get hurt.
I could never win against someone as skilled and handsome as Rio. That's what you're supposed to say. Make sure it's loud enough for them to hear. What are these hitboxes?
What? By a kick like that?
You call that a kick?
Fug. He said fug. Unless it's past 12, which... Oh, yeah. No, it's not past 12 yet. It's like 10. Tornado kick. Whiffs.
So you're serious?
Ugh.
You're on!
Why are they actually angry at each other?
All right, Hazuki.
Well, come on.
Ugh. He twirled in the air. They're both knocked out.
You know, you're not too bad.
Nor you. It's my lucky day. I'll get rid of
What the?
you at one time.
I did press it, by the way. I'm letting that on a wireless controller input lag.
All right, Hazuki.
When am I planning on getting off? Well, it depends how long this takes. If this wraps up a decent amount of time before 10, then I'll probably play Crash Team Racing or something until then. Yeah, I know. I killed both of us. I got us both killed. Way to go, Rio.
You know, you're not too bad.
That was awful.
It's my lucky day. I'll get rid of both of you at one time.
Just as I suspected. Hey, can you move? Let's settle our dispute later.
We don't even have a dispute.
That's low, Terry.
I will make you pay. You like me that much? Let me invite you to hell.
Wait! Is Trouble your middle name? Save your complaints for later. Fine. Watch yourself. You too.
Is friendly fire turned on? He's pretty much taking care of it. What is this camera perspective? Oh, are we supposed to be advancing? This is weird. Like I was just waiting there. Tornado kick!
You're pretty good.
Guys, what if some deep lore said that Sonic's first taste of chili dog came from Tom's hot dog stand? Okay. Ugh. What am I supposed to do when they parry me like that? Because they can parry any attack I throw out, and then I'm just going to have to eat whatever they throw out next. So, do you just have to play defensively? Ugh. Holding down triangle, that doesn't seem to do anything. I think you have to actually press triangle right before you get hit.
Watch yourself.
That guy went down fast. Huh. How am I supposed to... What am I supposed to do against a barrel? This is a really... I have to say, this is a very ambitious level, for lack of a better term. The way you're basically playing a 3D fighting game, but you're actually walking through an environment, fighting people. It's not just an arena. Never seen that anywhere else. Man, he has a weapon. You can't switch targets at will. This is bad. What can I do? I don't understand how... Whew. I'm going to let my HP regenerate a bit. Gui Zhang, help me out a bit. I'll get the easy guy.
No focus.
The bait. I would really like this if the fighting stuff was a bit more refined.
Not too bad.
Look at that guy's sitting. That guy's sitting in that crate over there, but the crate wasn't rendered, so it just looked like he was floating. It's like a modern beat up. Yeah, basically turned into that. And I can't judge the distance when the perspective's like that. Okay. Can I press triangle against that crate? It didn't even reach us.
Shall I take them all on?
That's it.
This is pretty grueling, actually. Uh-oh.
I'll kill you.
Okay, where is he? Holy... I went flying. Oh, tackle. How do I punish things? Look, I can't punish anything, even with a jab. Tried to juke that. Where's... Holy, he drop kicked me. I tried to dodge back. Do I have to do all that over again? Are you kidding me? I'm genuinely upset that the game was never able to explain the fighting game mechanics. And like I've said, it's not the game's fault, but more likely the port.
Watch yourself.
Since it doesn't show you the prompts in the dojo. The game shouldn't allow me to get this far and put myself in this situation without having a deeper understanding of the fighting in this game. Walk over him. Yeah, I don't think I can do my knee anymore. I think the input just got replaced by tornado kick. Practice arena. There's a dojo at your house, but the problem is that when you practice in the dojo, it was acting as if it was showing me prompts. But apparently the prompts in the actual game when it first came out actually show up on the Dreamcast controller. But in the port on the PS4, obviously you don't have a screen on the PS4 controller. And so you're just supposed to somehow know what prompts they're asking you to do. So it's impossible to do it unless you just somehow know. So in the port, when they were porting this, they should have somehow moved the inputs and put them on screen somehow, but they didn't do that at all. So I basically had to just skip the whole training section.
Not too bad.
Okay, which way is forward? What the? This guy's a lot of HP, right? Come on. Pay attention a little more with their port team. I don't know who ported this. I don't know who did the port job. It's still licensed by Sega. So whoever did the port job was decided by Sega.
You're pretty good.
Oh. I need to make sure this guy doesn't take out too much HP before the next guy. My attacks are unsafe on hit.
You're still green, eh?
How did that whiff? Here, I was trying to do the input. How's that whiffing? I'm losing all my HP to this guy. Literally lost all HP but 2. I did worse that time somehow. BRB again. After that guy with the metal rod, I'm going to purposely not walk forward again because I don't want to aggro the next guy until I regenerate health.
Is Trouble your middle name? Save your complaints for later. Fine. Watch yourself. You too.
Pushes them so far away. What the? How's that whiffing? What am I aiming at right now?
You got potential.
I need to actually learn how the defense works. About time, right? That guy's a lot of HP. I'd rather take out the other guys first so Gui Zhang can come over and help me.
All power, no focus.
Oh, he's down. Nice. Okay, if you're not sure if you're not sure what the input is exactly, if you're not lined up correctly, you can actually do a diagonal input like there to do the forward square for that elbow attack. I couldn't tell if he was to my left or directly in front of me, so I just did the diagonal. I did up left on the D-pad, and it still worked. So it'll accept whichever input is correct if you do two at once like that.
Take them all on? That's it! Not too bad!
Okay, crud. I have full health. Double team ammo. Okay, I think just pressing triangle in place is much more reliable than... Are you kidding me? He whiffed and it made me get hit on my recovery frames of my triangle that didn't actually block anything. Grabs seem to be pretty good. Did he tech my throw?
Hazuki style? All tuckered out, are we?
Okay, my health is good. Nice. They were staggering their attacks. That was impossible to punish anything. Tornado kick. How did that second part whiff? Look at the bottom of that guy's feet. They were perfect rectangles. That guy just appeared. Okay, health good. Okay, just probably a couple more guys and then the guy that's actually really tough. Okay, there he is. I don't think it's triggered by distance. I think they literally just come out after you defeat the other enemies. Where is my ally? I'm 1v2ing right now. Where is he? Where'd he go? He somehow parried the attack that hit the other guy, but it still hit the other guy. That giant hitbox. Holy. I don't know how to dodge that drop kick. Is that just unblockable or undodgeable? Ow. Oh yeah, grabs. Can I not grab him? I did my elbow input. It didn't work. I tried to grab him. I can't grab him. What am I supposed to do about that? I'm trying to block. There. Okay, I dodged it. Can't hit off the ground, though. Whoa! I'm getting so many missed inputs somehow, and I don't understand why, because these inputs are not complicated. It's probably the PS4 controller doing its thing. The PS4 D-pad specifically. He's able to come in and grab me so fast like that. I don't think you can grab him. It pushes me so far away. I can't counterattack that. Hey, you can grab him. He teched it. Thought I got him for a moment. Did I get him? I got him! Oh, no, I thought I got him. Whew. I got him. Wow, okay. That was actually scary. Terry. If I lose against Terry, please tell me I don't have to redo the guy before him.
This one is mine.
Sore Knuckles. 70. Does that mean defeat 70 thugs? Huh. You kidding me? Ugh. He just swings like crazy.
Hazuki, stand back. This one is mine. Just who the hell you think you're dealing with? Yeah.
I'll take this. Gotta learn to fight fair.
What kind of exchange was that? And then he pulls out a hidden knife. A shiv. Dirt. Pocket sand! I was literally comparing this game to King of the Hill earlier. And he has pocket sand.
Now, where is Landy?
Never give up, do you?
Tell me!
That creepy skinhead, he took him out to the ship.
What?
Too bad. You want him that bad. You better start swimming.
Damn. After all that, still didn't get Landy.
You're going after him?
Well, I just can't give up.
What? That's the ending?
But how can I?
I'll talk to my father. I'll ask my father to help you out.
Really?
Contact me later, okay?
Gui Zhang,
What?
thank you.
No. That's my line.
He's walking like he got hurt. Going to bed at 5:21 a.m. This is a life simulator. Save. Wait, you can do stuff after beating the game? Chat, was that the end of the game? No? Okay. That would have been a very unsatisfying ending then. Oh yeah, now it's Christmas Day. Tom went home to the United States, defeated Terry, but Auntie's gone to Hong Kong. What do I do now?
Hiro-san! Here, it's for you. From Ine-san, and it's not much, but from me.
From his second piggy bank, we're tapping Fuku-san out.
Fuku-san.
Take care, and come back in one piece.
Why doesn't Fuku-san come with? It's like that meme from Arthur. The clenched fist. Denim on denim. Okay, that's a really weird perspective. He's walking away from the arcade, but the arcade looks like it's getting bigger. It is getting bigger. What's going on? That was weird. That was like a dream when you're running down a hallway and it keeps getting further away. But the opposite. We were moving away from something and it looked like it was getting closer. How is he going to get to Hong Kong? Is he going to be a stowaway on a ship like I said originally?
Your foolishness knows no bounds, eh? Thank you for arranging my trip to Hong Kong.
Some weird smell is making its way up here.
The Longjaw was thwarted. It was the least I could do.
Thank you very much. You're too reckless. It worries me, so...
Is he coming with?
I'm going with you.
Okay, cool.
What do you mean?
He's much more reliable than Fuku-san anyway.
I cannot allow you to go alone.
Parents are smoking weed. I knew it.
Besides, we also need to know what Londi is doing.
That's
Kids these days.
The diving swallow style should be useful on your journey.
What?
A style from the Hebei province in use since the Song dynasty. I will teach you its most sacred move, the swallow flip. Gui Zhang.
Yes.
Swallow flip.
You utilize your opponent's attack to flip them.
Sounds like some Aikido BS.
Watch closely. You take one step backwards to parry the opponent's attack. Then focus power in your arms to throw your opponent off balance. Immediately kick their legs out and flip. In actual combat, you'd strike here. The throw alone won't incapacitate your opponent. First, try to execute the proper form. Shift your weight while taking one step back. So you've acquired the form. Next, as you drop, use your arms to throw your opponent off balance.
If I press O as I'm going back.
Give it a try.
Doing it way too early. Oh wait, no, I need...
No power in your
Do I need to do a step back, or is it triangle back?
Those steps are unnecessary. There's no power in your arms.
I would love to have a prompt on screen.
There's no power in your arms.
I just love making the ending anticlimactic.
There's no power in your arms.
You remember when you were on this part, Yunufi wanted you to, you remember when you were on this part, Yunufi wanted you to stream play it so he can watch. We were just barely friends from Soul Calibur 6. I'm very close to the end. Yeah, I can tell that much. At least close. They're acting like it's the ending.
There's no power in your arms. There's no power in your
What is this
arms.
input?
I know what I'm teaching you is very difficult. Do you wish me to explain it again?
I know.
Yes, please.
Very well, let us begin. Gui Zhang, spar.
Yes.
You take one step backwards to parry the opponent's attack.
So do you press triangle, game?
Then focus power in your arms to throw your opponent off balance.
I think they want me to press O, not during the step back animation, but afterwards.
You'd strike here. The throw alone won't incapacitate your opponent. The key is to focus power in your legs exactly when your opponent lunges. Well then, give it a try. So you've acquired the form. Next, as you drop, use your arms
as you
to throw
drop.
your opponent off balance.
So it's making me think I press O during the part of the animation where I'm going down. Like that, right?
There's no power in your arms.
I'm going to have to wind up telling him no, I don't want to learn it.
There's no power in your arms. There's no power in your arms.
Watch this.
Shift your center of gravity only back. There's no power in your arms.
I can't cancel the dodge with a grab, so it's an actual step back, because I can cancel that.
There's no power in your arms.
Wow, isn't this such a cool ending to the game, guys?
There's no power in your arms. There's no power in your arms. I know what I'm teaching you is very difficult. Do you wish
I'm doing it one more time.
Again?
The explanations are ambiguous.
Yes, please.
Very well.
I bet there are supposed to be prompts for this as well, but the port didn't put it on screen.
Yes.
You take one step backwards to parry the opponent's attack.
But we're not actually pressing the parry button.
To throw your opponent off balance. Immediately kick their legs out and flip.
Maybe there's an X since they said kick.
You'd strike here. The throw alone won't incapacitate your opponent. The key
Maybe it's
is to
back
focus power in your legs
X.
exactly when your opponent lunges.
Oh, hey there, Corn Cob. You rented this game when you were a kid and thought it was the dumbest thing ever? Did it show you the prompts on the original, though? Because in the dojo, it never shows me the prompts, because apparently they're supposed to be on the controller. Prompts. No, are you kidding me?
What are you doing? Time is short.
Is it?
So you've acquired the form. Next, as you drop, use your arms to throw your opponent off balance. Well then, give it a try.
I press kick afterwards.
There's no power in your arms.
I have no idea which parts I'm doing right and which parts I'm doing wrong. Mash it.
There's no power in your arms. You're putting too much force in your legs.
I either press the X button or I don't.
There's no power in your arms. There's no power in your arms. Don't make unnecessary moves. Shift your center of gravity only back.
Maybe I hold down.
Applying too much force.
Maybe I hold down back. No.
There's no power in your arms. I know what I'm teaching.
I'm done with that.
Is very difficult. Do you wish me to explain it again?
No, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Carry on then.
Am I stuck here until I get it? I'm about to flush this game right at the end. Right before I beat it. We could just pull up the ending on YouTube and pretend I'm playing it. I literally have to look this up.
What is wrong? Time is short. Are you tired?
What do they
Do
call
you wish to
this?
stop
The
now?
swan something? Shenmue. How to do the shadow flip? Is that it? Or is that a different thing?
Yes.
Okay.
However,
Wait.
we'll have no further
Swallow
opportunity to
flip?
teach you.
Are you kidding me? It's called the swallow flip, but the top search result was shadow flip, even though they clearly say swallow. Why are the people not spelling it right? Because there's shadow step, and then there's swallow flip, and it's...
Yes, I will practice on my own.
Very well. No doubt you will master it in time.
Oh, okay. It looks like we don't have to do it.
Thank you for your guidance.
Guidance. Don't remember being this hard. I don't think it's hard. I just have no idea what the input is. Summer Johnny Ian's eyes are twitching hatred. My eyes are twitching hatred. Twitching with hatred. I do actual martial arts. You know how painful watching this stuff is to me?
Look out!
If he dies, I'm going to be so upset. Oh, I thought his leg was going to get broken. Wouldn't it be cool if I could block attacks like that in the actual gameplay? Definitely not using the swallow flip to beat this guy. When I grab him, he stands up straight. He has a Yoda hitbox. If I would have learned it, this part would be easier. No matter how difficult this part is, I'm pretty sure it won't be as difficult as figuring out what that input was. Ugh. You went flying. Ugh. You bought a ring gong. Like a gong you can ring? Like the one I have? Ring that gong. Oh, did you redeem it? Okay. Oh, that's what you meant by you bought it. Yeah, I'll ring it.
Behind you.
They should make it where those things are easier to see. Those alerts. There you go, T.
Because the great Chai will defeat you.
Oh, wow. You turned the GG black and white. Black GG. It's like the... Isn't there like a dark version of Daredevil? It's like that. He has a Yoda hitbox. I wish I knew what I was doing. I can't believe the game let me get this far without even knowing how to do the fighting. Ugh. Depressed GG for this whole sequence. That is pretty fitting then. The black GG is the depressed GG. What do you mean if I learned it, this part would be easier? Are you saying that it just automatically destroys him? It's somehow his weakness, that one move.
You're not going to Hong Kong because the great Chai will defeat you.
He rolled his R. Hit boxes, okay. That tornado kick seems to frame trap them a lot. Or not frame trap them, but they go in for some reason. Holy. I think the grabs are OP. It's time to play like a grappler. Please protect my throw. Are you kidding me? I just kicked him off the screen. If you pulled off that move, you'll just pull his spine out Mortal Kombat style. I know you're joking, but part of me thinks there's a bit of truth in that. Are you guys saying you want me to load the game and then try to do that input for the next 20 minutes straight? Is that what you guys are saying? What's that, chat? You want me to practice an input I have no indications for 20 minutes straight? That sounds like quality content. His hitboxes are insane. These throws take so long to come out. Whoa. Whoa. How did that miss? Ugh. It's going nowhere. Back to Soul Calibur 6. Dum-de-dum. De-dum-de-dum. Look how far out he's sticking his leg. It makes me want to stomp on his knee and break it. What does he think he's doing like that? Okay. I was just walking like normal. How did that whiff me? Frame data, never heard of it. The third sequel got crowdfunded. Maybe the second one has amazing combat. I heard the combat's a lot different in 3, though. I heard that in 3, it's a lot less like Virtua Fighter, more like its own thing. If this is what Virtua Fighter's like, I don't understand why people want another one. I'm glad there's not another Virtua Fighter. You heard it, chat. Whoa. Okay, my HP is good, actually. I went through him. I did my elbow and I went through him. It's not as clunky as this. The original pitch for this game was to be a Virtua Fighter RPG, so why didn't they just copy and paste the gameplay of Virtua Fighter then? You know, you figure you would excuse the clunkiness if they didn't really have a basis or a reference. Like how Master Chin's just watching. Ugh. Did he just cut my throat or something? He's starting to detect my throws. I got him!
What are you doing here? Where's Landy?
If that's the final boss, that's one of the worst final bosses ever.
On a ship bound for Hong Kong.
We knew that.
So, Landy's already left for Hong Kong.
We knew that, Rio. It's not even a big boat either. It's like a little personal boat. Oh, there it is. There's the actual ship. Dun dun. Ow, my kidney. Cool. Bum bum. I disappeared. Nani? Thought he was going to teleport behind him. Oh no, water, his weakness. He'll dissolve in there. Look at that trophy picture. It's his face. Why would I want that trophy?
Don't worry. This injury will heal soon.
Haven't heard that one in a while.
Gui Zhang.
Don't worry about my son.
Are you kidding me? He's actually injured.
At the moment, I don't know where Zhu Yuanda is. Instead, I will introduce you to someone I know can be trusted. Tao Li Shou, one of Hong Kong's elder masters. The address is in
Gui Zhang is on the artwork for Shenmue 2 though, so I bet he shows up sometime during it. I actually know nothing about Shenmue 2. All the things that I saw from Shenmue was from Shenmue 1. Mildly injured from having an I-beam dropped on him. I thought he avoided the I-beam. It looked like it was about to break his leg, but then Rio either pulled him away or kicked it to make it move. That's the shrine where the cat was.
Nozomi.
Oh, Ryo.
I scared you?
No, just spooked. You know, it's kind of funny.
Funny?
See, I was just making a wish for you, and you suddenly appeared.
A wish for me?
You are going to Hong Kong, aren't you?
How did you know?
How long ago was
I
this?
finally made Fuku-san tell me. You've been so preoccupied lately.
Is that so?
I won't stop you. I know you well enough to know I can't. Here, take this amulet.
What?
I'm hoping it will keep you safe. At least that's what I've been wishing and willing it to do.
Nozomi.
Everyone's so breathy.
Give it to you. I've been so busy lately.
There's so much
I'm ready to
breathing.
return to Canada.
Oh yeah, you're leaving for Canada soon.
Canada. I think it was wrapped.
Well, I gotta go home.
Yeah, well, be careful.
Okay. We're both leaving Japan. I wish we had more time.
So romantic. A stowaway. He winds up doing Nozomi's idea after all. Going by boat, that is. It sounds ominous. I think this is the actual ending because it's using the music from the opening. If Smeagol was the final boss, that's one of the worst final bosses of any game. Hey, that's the boat that was right there the whole time. I remember seeing the anchor on the side when I kept checking that gate by Warehouse 17. We're moving to Hong Kong where they have Outrun arcade machines.
He comes from a far eastern land across the ocean.
The sound actually sounds way better now. The voice, I mean.
This potential is a power.
This voice does not sound as compressed.
As well as ensure his will is realized. Perhaps he will achieve the balance that will mark him a man of courage. The path he must traverse is fraught with adversity and filled with expectations. I await.
Well, that's a cool shot.
For the realization of this destiny predetermined since ancient times. A pitch-black night unfolds, with morning star as its only light. And thus, the saga begins.
I can see a bit of the sprite. Okay. As the text was scrolling by, it's like the border of the PNG with the transparency for that sprite had a little bit of pixels still around the border. I saw the pixels moving across the screen. Boat explodes, and then he flies out of the explosion on a jet ski. Next stop, Hong Kong. Okay. So like I said, next stream... Today's Sunday, right? Yeah, next stream I should make it Soul Calibur. And then after that, I may or may not stream Shenmue 2 and 3. I may just make it a YouTube exclusive. Depends how... I don't know. Do you guys think I should stream Shenmue 2 or just make it a YouTube exclusive? I'm still willing to do either. But anyways, as for this game... My thoughts on it are still pretty consistent with what I said earlier. I even made a highlight. I clipped it myself, where I was saying that this game is unrecommendable. Are you going, T? Okay, T. Thanks for watching. Nice having you here for this finale. I will see you later. I should stream it. Stream Harvester? What is Harvester? So about this game. What I said in the clip was how this game is unrecommendable because I like it a lot, but I can never recommend this to anyone because this is not something that just anyone would enjoy. This is a very, very acquired taste. You might be back. Okay, T. I will see you then if you do, and if not, I will see you later. And the game I was comparing it to was Majora's Mask. You know how in the Clock Town in Majora's Mask, each NPC has their own schedule, has their own routine that they do during the 3-day cycle, and how all these different NPCs have side quests, and you have a bomber's notebook to keep it in. This game feels like they made an entire game based around that aspect of Majora's Mask. And Another thing, and I say this as a compliment, it feels like a giant waste of money, which it commercially was, and I'm saying this as a compliment, and by waste of money, I mean, you can tell they put so much time and energy and effort and money into things that don't really matter, like the amount of detail in the environments and in the buildings and in the rooms, and all the gacha. Literally just the overwhelming amount of excess in this game makes it feel like an extravagant waste of money, which you never really see. It's very unique in that sense, because games today have found a pretty reliable formula to make money, more or less, and so you don't see as many risky things like this anymore, which is obviously justified considering this didn't make money. But that's why this is a very unique experience. You couldn't get over the voice acting in this game. Every other sentence made you laugh. Yeah, the voice acting is the funniest part. Every now and then, like after the streams, every now and then I just think back to a line in Shenmue, and it just makes me laugh. I just randomly laugh, and no one knows why I'm laughing. Sega was fighting for its life. Yeah, the Dreamcast was supposed to save the company. It's a pretty sad situation. Didn't want to leave the console market, yeah. Any other thoughts? Yeah, I've already made my complaints pretty clear about there being no prompts in the dojo. See, I don't know if I should fault the game or the port, because I don't know necessarily whose fault it is, because I should have been given a better tutorial on how, or just a tutorial, some tutorial. I should have been given some sort of tutorial on the fighting game mechanics in this game, and I was never given such a thing. And it might be because of the game, but I think it's more likely that the port's fault, right? Because someone was saying how there were supposed to be prompts on the controller in the original game, but in this port, they didn't even bother moving the prompts on screen. So I had to just kind of figure it out as I went. And even by the end of the game, I beat that lame final boss, and I still don't really mentally have a good grasp of what the fighting game mechanics are. Not to mention, I couldn't even pull off that one move right before the final boss because they didn't give me any inputs. It's a very accurate port. Pretty much the same. If they had prompts on the controller and they didn't move it on screen, that's a critical failure. Even if it means it's an accurate port, they should have somehow put that on screen. That's like, obviously not to the same degree, but the same sort of principle. That's like porting a Wii U game and not carrying over the information that's shown on the gamepad or something. Obviously that's much more extreme, but I'm just trying to put it into perspective. What else? And like I said, I'm not sure how to evaluate the amount of forklift driving because I probably wouldn't feel bothered by the amount of forklift driving if I was playing it off stream, but playing it on stream, I feel kind of pressured because when I'm just moving boxes back and forth for that many minutes straight, I feel like I need to do something to be entertaining. I'm just an entitled, spoiled millennial. Oh yeah, I forgot. It was a cool use for the VMU, but it doesn't translate well to a port. Yeah, exactly. And that's why it's so difficult for Nintendo to port their games, because each console and each system they make is so wildly different and has all these weird features on it. It makes it a nightmare to port games. Like, porting a DS game to a Switch, or porting a Wii U game to a Switch, or porting a Wii game with motion controls to a Switch. They make it hard for themselves. So I'm pretty impressed that they somehow ported the DS games, the Mega Man ZX games from the DS, and they're porting it to the Switch as part of the Mega Man Zero collection. So I'm really curious to see how I'm really curious to see how that game plays with two screens on one screen. Because they have to put both screens on one screen. It'll feel like you're playing an emulator even though you're not. Yeah, I'm really glad I played this. I really do want to play 2 and 3. I've always been aware of it, but the stars just sort of aligned where I wanted to play it now, because with Shenmue 3 being $35 a week after it's released, it was just such an enticing deal I had to get it. And every time I watch something from these games, every time I watch a bit of someone streaming these games, I'm just so intrigued, and even though the game doesn't, even though Shenmue 3 doesn't critically look good, I can tell I would like it. So that's why I went ahead and got Shenmue 3. And of course, I'm not going to start with 3, I'm going to get the other 2. So that's how I kind of got sucked into this series. Ported a DS game to the Switch, just play the Switch sideways. Speaking of that, do you guys want to see something cool? I recently got Ikaruga on the Switch, even though, yes, I have it on PC, but Ikaruga is such a difficult game, and I really want to beat it eventually. Having it on the Switch makes it where I actually wind up playing it more, and so I get more practice in that way. But you can actually turn the Switch sideways and play it that way. Obviously, you'd want to take the Joy-Cons off if you're using the Joy-Cons, or just use a different controller. But you can turn it sideways and play Ikaruga like that, because that's what the aspect ratio is originally set to, because that's the aspect ratio of the screen on the Ikaruga arcades originally. I can show you if you want. Let me get it. I haven't actually tried this mode yet, so let me see if I can navigate the menus, but I know it can do it. Oh yeah, by the way, I put my friend code on, I put my Switch friend code on the Discord for everyone, but in case you forgot, in case you missed it, will that show up on screen? Produced by Sega! I don't think it's showing up. I don't think it's going to focus. Oh, we can save after beating it? What happens with that save? Does it let us open that save or something so we can still get collectibles, or does it just put us at the last checkpoint? Anyways, let me show you what I was talking about. Let me take, I have it on the grip. Let me take it off so it makes more sense. I would never play this with the Joy-Cons separated. I would use my other controller, but I'm just doing this to show you. PS4 has been corrupted. Well, at least we corrupted it with something worth corrupting it with. Like, if we were going to corrupt the PS4, it's like, haha, at least we did it by playing Shenmue 1. Okay, so obviously the perspective's normally like this, right? Horizontal. What are we controlling this with one hand? Settings. Video. Okay, rotate screen. Look at this. So obviously I'm not going to try playing this while showing it on camera, because that would be insanely difficult, but I'm just going to start it so you can kind of see how it would look. Picking up the reflection off the screen. Oh, you can set this up like this, and it's like you're playing the original arcade. See that? Show and tell, basically. Isn't that cool? Anyways, I don't know of any other Switch game to do that, so it's really cool. You know, especially if you like the authenticity of the original arcade game. Anyways, I can turn that off now. I've been practicing Ikaruga every now and then. It really is a game I want to beat. It's such a weird experience having to switch your brain between two different modes, like when you're playing it, but anyways, I'm not here to review Ikaruga. I can make a separate video for Ikaruga later. Now you can start New Game Plus where they give Ryo a gun. Now the real game starts. Forget about Shenmue 2, we're replaying this. all the fights, he just shoots them. There's literally no police in this universe anyway. So yeah, let me see if there's someone we can raid. Because lately, people from our host list haven't really been streaming. I'm assuming they're still on Christmas vacation or something. Let's see here. We have Pixel Pete playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. We have Soramaru playing Monster Hunter World. Let me check this other guy playing Shovel Knight. Never mind all this Kung Fu stuff. It'll be Gun Kata. Gun Fu. Like, Dante. Like how when Nero and Dante fight each other with guns.
There's a planet on the other
Ads. By the way, you know those clips I've been taking from Shenmue? And those very random spots? I put it together as a video, just compiled them and called it The Locales of Shenmue. So if you want to go look at that, it's only a few minutes. You can go do that. And like I was saying earlier in the stream, I'm trying to kind of take a different angle with my YouTube channel now, because before, my rationale when organizing the playlists on the homepage of my YouTube channel, my rationale was to put playlists at the top with videos that didn't have many views, because for one, I wanted to give the videos with lesser views more attention, and second of all, statistically, the majority of the people coming to my channel for the first time are coming there because they found me through one of my bigger videos, like that one Smash Bros video that has a whole bunch of views. And statistically, my videos with a whole bunch of views is how people are finding my channel. The majority of the people seeing my channel for the first time found it because, or are finding it because of my videos with a lot of views. So when they get to my channel for the first time, I don't just want to show them stuff that they've likely seen. I want to show them videos that they very likely did not discover the channel through, so they can see a variety of things, right? That's what my rationale has been thus far. Getting back into Eunice. Yeah, I saw you were playing that earlier. Since the new game comes out next month. Is it really a new game, though? It looks like just DLC. So what I'm doing now is that... See, well, first of all, I'm really proud of my thumbnails that I made for the Resident Evil 2 playlist. So I had that at the top, and then, you know, had other playlists like that. But those Resident Evil 2 videos have not gained a single view since the time when I first posted it. Like, not a single soul has witnessed those things. So obviously, the people that are going into my channel for the first time are not clicking on those things. So after trying that for a while, I'm kind of going the opposite end of the spectrum by just putting a popular uploads playlist at the top, so people will just see the other popular stuff. And then I still have the Resident Evil 2 playlist up there just because I love the thumbnails. But my philosophy of the YouTube channel, I'm trying that out. Plus, an added bonus is that having the popular videos on the YouTube channel is probably way better for if potential sponsors or things like that look at the channel. Because, for example, when I emailed Yacht Club Games not too long ago, before King of Cards came out, I was responding to their tweet. They were specifically asking for streamers and YouTubers to email them. They never said why. Potentially, presumably, it was because they were sending out review copies or something. Who knows what it was for? I literally have no idea. I'm just assuming it's probably for one of those things. And so they looked at my channel, right? But I doubt these people from Yacht Club Games are, you know, looking through my channel thoroughly. They probably just click on the link, take a glance, and then decide quickly whether or not it's a channel they want to have anything to do with. And so for situations like that, it's probably much better for them to immediately see videos with a lot of views, so they immediately know that I do have stuff that gets views, and not just them seeing the stuff that doesn't have many views, because then they might think that that's representative of everything I have and make. So anyways, I would just bring that up in case you notice that the YouTube channel looks a bit different when you go to the homepage. It's an expansion, pretty much. Looks like they're going to go the Blaze Blue route with this game, so it is an expansion. So, can you just buy the upgrade instead of buying the whole new game? But it's free. Oh, it's a free update. I thought you'd have to buy it like a DLC thing. If you want views, rant about MK11 feelings. Yeah, I did that once. I made one video for that, and it got views. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it seems like YouTube very much right now is all about hot takes, rants. YouTube really likes reactions, hot takes, rants, things like that. It seems like YouTube is really big about that right now, which isn't really my favorite type of stuff to make. So I only do that every now and then. But yeah, I already put the link to my YouTube channel. So yeah, if anyone isn't subscribed to the YouTube channel yet, do that. And make sure you hit the bell so that way you actually get notified when I post a video, because YouTube turns that off for some reason. Turns off people's notifications from certain channels. Nope, but it's coming to Switch too, but obviously you have to buy the full game since Eunice isn't on it. Yeah, of course, but I would be playing it on PS4. I'm assuming there isn't crossplay or anything, right? Yeah, so... Oh yeah, I was about to raid someone. I was getting sidetracked. I don't know. He looks like he's about to end. Let's do Soromaru. Plus, I think Soromaru has been on sort of a hiatus. I think he was taking a break over Christmas break. And he's playing Monster Hunter World, so let's get ready to raid him. Any last words, chat? Because it's Sunday, so the next time... At the latest, the next time I'll see you live is Wednesday, in which I will more than likely be playing Soul Calibur. So get your Soul Calibur muscles warmed up for Wednesday. Raid Soromaru. Good night. You have to work early. Okay, Corncob. I hope you are well rested, and I hope you have a productive day of work tomorrow, which should involve no forklift driving, unless it does, in which case, good luck. Yeah, so the raid is now commencing. Thanks everyone for watching. Nice having you here on this finale. And I will see you later. Raid now commencing. Bye for now.